Take 353 of timeshare review video. Okay, here we go. All right, so I get that some of you probably think we're travel snobs, and quite frankly, yeah, we are. And part of it is because we work really hard and have worked really hard for lots of years to acquire lots of points to be able to trade up to some of these really awesome hotels that we've gotten to stay in.
But we also travel a lot, so we have a lot to compare.
We do. We have very high standards.
Some of the lowest, cheapest hotel rooms are fabulous.
Yes, like the one in Vernazza was amazing. Like I could have eaten off the floor at that little room that we got in Vernazza, Italy for $80 a night. So
and we've stayed at high-end places that haven't been good.
Right.
So
you know, I would like to say we're equal opportunists when it comes to criticizing our accommodations. And so we were just in a timeshare in Sardinia, which you will be seeing the review on in a few minutes. And it really just wasn't great. And for those of you who are used to staying in timeshares, you'll understand this when we go through this review, because there are certain things that you get used to with a timeshare stay that really none of those applied here. We had half a roll of toilet paper when we checked in, and that was it. Like we had to go to the store in order to even be able to function in this timeshare. Timeshares, for those of you who don't usually stay in them, are not really like a hotel. I mean, you have a kitchen and you're expected to go to the store to buy certain things, but they usually give you at least enough to get you started. And quite frankly, the floor was a little dirty in this one too. My feet were disgusting. Anyway, so all that being said, yes, we're travel snobs, but we also are very reasonable people, and we were very reasonable people. And anyway, this is the review.
hello, this is Dr. DP coming to you from Sardinia, Italy. We are at the Liscia di Vacca residence. It's a timeshare that we exchanged through Interval International, and so what I want to do is give you a review of this place because it had mixed reviews online, but however, I need to show you what happened when we checked in as an Interval member. So here's all these beautiful, lovely villas with these rooftop patios, and they said, no, 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 here's yours, so come with me. Let me show you the dungeon that they checked us into. Once again, nice patio. No, keep coming with me. And it's not like it was that bad. It was just a cumulative effect. So normally in a timeshare, we're used to having to buy a few things, you know, whether it's a paper towel roll, even shampoo on occasion. But in this unit, there was nothing. No toilet paper. Maybe we started with a half a roll, which that's not enough for Cece. And so there was no garbage can liners, there was no dish soap, there was no paper towels. Again, you know, sometimes we have to buy paper towels. There was nothing. And when we opened up the unit, you could tell it had not been open in a long time. It was very musty, very moldy. Our pillows were moldy, not moldy, but just smelled musty. So come on. Here it is, right here, in the jungle. The sun has not seen this unit in 30 years. And it has a great patio, again, but it was freezing cold. There was no heater here, so we pulled the blanket out of the closet, and the blanket was like, oh, this musty smell. It's like, oh, you didn't even want to curl up to it, but we had to because we were so cold. But good thing is this unit had air conditioning. So anyways, come on inside. Again, nice, cute little quaint unit. And we enjoyed our time here, but we were freezing. The internet didn't work in this little dungeon, and even in the bathroom, you know, there was just some things. It was just, in our opinion, it would be a 2 thumbs down. Don't stay here. You know, there are a couple good things that I do want to share with you. One is the frying pans were amazing. They were heavy duty aluminum, very nice. And if you wanted to heat up the place, you could just open up the oven door and crank it. That's kind of what we had to do. And nearby is a market where you can grab some good beer cheap. So that would be the highlights of staying here. Plus to go out into the where did we go yesterday?
Costa Smeralda?
Costa Smeralda in the
Maddalena.
La Maddalena. Into the islands was fabulous. And so if you need to use this as a home base to go do that trip, highly recommend it. But grab an Airbnb closer to that marina and you'd be just as good. So anyhow,
I would say the number one thing was it was quiet. That was probably the one thing that was the best about it.
You know, the other thing I'll tell you, if you want one of those patio rooms, he did, the general manager, who I spoke to by phone because they didn't speak English, he offered it to us for an extra €100. And I said, really? Because in a timeshare, I have never had to pay for an upgrade if a room was available. And this place is deserted. I think we're the only 2 people here. And he said, no, if you want one of the patio rooms, this is the room for interval. This is what's assigned to you. And I said, I'm not happy with this room. He said, it's not my problem. And I said, well, not my problem might become your problem in the long run, because I'm going to make sure all of you know this would not be the place to stay through Interval International.